good morning, and welcome to Rise and 9, Monday, February 9th, with some special guests.
Hello, yes, good morning.
Yes, thanks for being here, Rebecca.
Oh, it's fun. I'm excited to continue my sleep schedule into the week. It's a little different on the weekends,
Right.
but it works out. It's a nice flow.
A little bit more of a newscast than the weekends,
It
just
is,
more
yeah,
hours
a
on,
little bit more active, but still kind of the same stuff. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but it is maybe kind of an early morning wake up too for a lot of people after the Super Bowl.
It is, and I noticed, we were talking kind of in the newscast this morning, a lot of people take off work after the Super Bowl.
Was it 56 million?
There's a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know people did that.
Right.
Because to me, it's always been watch the Super Bowl, go to school, go to college, go to work. I didn't know people really do use it kind of like a holiday.
Just have a good time.
Yeah, and I mean, it's great if you've got the time to take off and you really want to,
Enjoy yourself.
enjoy the Super Bowl, do it.
Right. Lots of people enjoying it. Maybe it should be on a Saturday, though.
Yeah, I'm sure that they have a good reason for, because football's normally on Sundays, right? Is that right? I don't watch football.
I'm not the biggest football fan either.
I watch the Super Bowl for the music.
Yeah, the commercials.
And yes.
Having the snacks.
Yeah. Excuse to eat and then sleep really good after eating.
Right. Maybe
So.
that's why it's hard to wake up if you had a lot of chicken wings.
Yeah, even as a kid, I did not watch the entire Super Bowl though. So go to bed halfway through.
Right. A lot of people do enjoy it though.
Yes, they do.
Right. Well, we have a lot of news too that we're covering this morning. If you did wake up and join us, a big thing happening for the Cedar Rapids School District Board. They're narrowing down some of the plans for consolidation at the meeting tonight, but none of this is final or official or all done yet. They're just wanting to get more feedback on some plans and narrow the focus down.
Yep. And that final decision doesn't even come until April. So
Months to
again,
go.
Tonight is really what plan are they leaning towards? It sounds like.
And the plans, the district had sent out a survey to parents and school staff, and they got feedback. The plans with the most support are the intermediate and middle school models.
Yes, and again, they will be picking tonight, the school board will be picking which way they're leaning, whether it's one way or the other, but this is not a final decision tonight.
Right.
Don't panic about what is going to happen because that doesn't come until April.
Right, and even if once they do decide that in April, consolidation won't take place until the 2027-28 school year, so another school year to go.
So it's a good thing to keep informed about as they, make their decision on which way they prefer to go. But again, there is a lot of time before a final decision is made, and then even more time before that final decision is executed. So.
Right. And there has been a lot of feedback from community and parents at those meetings and those surveys, and in general, even parents calling for more meetings.
Yep, and we hear from them as well. When we run the stories, we're out talking to parents and
Doing
hearing what they
fact
have.
checks.
We've got a lot of content on our website that you can go and kind of read through. And if you're not caught up on what's going on, go and catch up because there's a lot happening.
Absolutely. And that meeting, if you want to stay caught up, is happening 4:30 this afternoon. We will be live streaming it right where you're watching here on our TV9 News app.
Of course, 4:30, we will be live. It'll be good to stay informed.
Yeah, and in Marion, I had some breaking news last night. 2 people are hurt after a house fire. Firefighters actually had to rescue them from the house on fire.
Yes, they were both taken to the hospital. This all happened right before 7 o'clock last night in the 200 block of South 11th Street. And we sent, TV9 crews to that scene to kind of get video and see what was going on. And you really were just able to see in that video we ran earlier, and again, on our website if you're interested, smoke just billowing out of that building.
Something to be careful for. And the Marion Police and State Fire Marshal's Office are investigating what started that fire.
Yeah. Kind of keeping with our first responder theme. We've got a working Iowa that we ran this morning.
Right, and this is with the Iowa State Patrol. They are hiring, and they have a couple hiring opening windows. One, that deadline for the most current one, that is ending February 15th.
Oh, wow. So that's pretty quickly.
Yeah, next week already.
But you don't need to, if you're interested, you don't need to have any prior experience to get hired. No law enforcement background needed. You just need a high school diploma, and if you are picked for the job, they kind of give you that training for you.
Right, but that process to become a worker is very extensive. It includes test, physical fitness, a polygraph, background investigation. So you do only need a high school diploma to apply, but that's where your training really starts.
Yes. I don't think I could do just the physical fitness side of things. That would knock me out of the running for something like that. Those hired assigned to one of 13 districts across the state.
Yeah.
And troopers typically assigned to a specific county. I think they were talking in the package this morning. They kind of ask, what are your top 3 areas you'd be interested in working in? And it kind of goes from there.
It does, and they respond to a lot of crashes, investigations. They're also out in the weather. No matter what it is, they're still on shift.
They are, and we always see them out in the community as well, being a part of, community action, what's going on, and doing good things for the people who live in the state.
Absolutely, and on a day like today, maybe it's not quite so bad when the weather will be warmer. We've got Joe here to talk about this. Come on down. We like
The weather's fantastic. First of all, yes, Sunday is normally when the NFL is played.
Is it?
So that's on Sundays. Now they
I
do
saw
play.
your Packers tie
They do.
yesterday.
Yeah, though I've had to wear it. It's Super Bowl Sunday. They do play some Saturday games. They play Thursdays. They play Mondays. Monday and Thursday during the normal regular season. Saturdays kind of come up more playoff time of the year.
Then
So.
why don't they do the big game on a Saturday?
Then it
Super
wouldn't be
Bowl
called Super Bowl
Saturday.
Saturday. They
Still
were
have
Super
3
Bowl Sunday, but
syllables.
yes, it just didn't.
It's-
I see it developed on a Sunday. It's the end of the work week. It's the traditional day, I would guess. I mean, guessing, of course, that it's just the traditional day that the NFL's played. So that's
That's
why.
what they do, and that's what they're gonna do.
Exactly, and they're just going to keep it going. And the weather was beautiful out in San Francisco yesterday. You didn't see many shots, but from the bay, it was absolutely gorgeous. Temperatures 60s near the bay, 70s away from the bay.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Yeah, I wish.
Not quite that way here, but as we said today, the warmest day of the work week. We're looking at some upper 40s, close to 50 degrees. Last week we thought possibly some 50s for a couple of days, but with cloud cover and just the way things have evolved, some upper 40s. But that's still really nice for this time of the year. Normal high is right around 30 degrees. So if you go 20 degrees above that, and we talked a little about this yesterday, I know, if you take 20 degrees above and push it into late June and July, we'd be talking about 100, 105 if you equate the same above normal
The same
temperatures.
range
Right.
that we're seeing, yeah.
And what would people be saying about 100, 105?
They'd love it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they would. They'd be smiling and just very, very happy.
The
So,
air conditioner would be working so hard.
oh yeah. So
Yes.
just realize how much warmer than normal we really are, even if we don't quite hit the 50s today.
Yeah, but I still want it.
People have spring
Still
fever.
want it.
There's a lot of people around that have spring fever, and it happens every year. They're just looking at some of the longer term models toward the end of February. It looks a little more active. Some of those bring snow, some don't. There's nothing that gets people more than a late February or March snow.
You think you're done with it.
you
but
do.
We know we're not, like even in April.
Oh,
has
it can
snowed.
happen.
Yeah.
I remember there was one year where the Pella Tulip Festival, all
Yes.
the tulips froze.
That was a bad
So I
one.
actually had to ship them in to have tulips for the festival. That's usually in April, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, there are times. We've got to realize it can still happen, and we always say don't plant before Mother's Day.
Right. I have a picture. My birthday's early April. One year it snowed, and I was happy. I was posing with my Barbie.
Sure, outside, yes.
But that was strange. That's why I
Yeah.
took the picture.
The one thing about the late snows and that, it doesn't last long, right? We get snow on the ground today. We're not, but if we did, it could last a few weeks yet on the ground. You get the April snows and that, it doesn't stay on the ground long. Yeah, it's frustrating when it's falling for that period of time, but it doesn't last long.
I am just planning all of my garden beds in my head and my flowers in front of my house. I want to get the tulips in the pot, and I want them all to bloom and be colorful and beautiful, and all the
But
plants.
isn't
Tulips
part,
you have to do in the fall, though, right?
I
So you have
don't
them
know.
in?
I was
Okay.
also told that you have to dig them up in the.
Yeah, I never do, but they don't always
No.
come back, so you probably should.
Yeah.
No, actually I do. I have them in an egg carton.
Oh, so you do dig 'em up.
But I didn't get them in the ground in the fall, so they're probably not going to do anything there.
but if you take a tulip bulb inside, you can force it, like in water. You can do forced
And I
tulips.
think I might plant my tulips in a pot.
There you go.
That way I can,
Uh-huh.
in the winter, just pick it up and take it down into my basement.
Yeah.
'Cause I did that with my canna lily bulbs,
Uh-huh.
and hopefully they survive. It's the first year I've tried it. Well, I guess
Right.
we'll see. But
I know. I've done the outside thing, and
Yeah.
it did turn into a rabbit buffet.
yeah,
I did dig them up and enjoy them.
I noticed that with my daffodil bulbs in one spot.
It actually might have been the daffodils, yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's why I plant zinnias in my flower garden, because the rabbits don't like zinnias and neither do the deer, and they just stay all year long. They look
Those
very
are so
nice.
easy. I did those last year, and I had a lot of volunteer plants come back
Sure.
from years before, like cosmos. But yeah, zinnias are gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
They
well,
have
like you
those
said, though,
huge blooms.
you said easy. That's what I need. I do not have anything but a green thumb. But
It's so
they-
colorful.
They are very colorful, and again, the animals stay away. So those are perfect for me.
I like a challenge with my plants. I like a challenge with my gardens. I've always been into the flowers and the plants and everything. So whatever I can do.
I have my supplier Danielle, next door to me,
Yeah.
and she supplies lots of the vegetables that I get. So at this point,
That's
I
the
don't yet
best
need to.
relationship, yeah.
With Diane, I don't yet need to plant any plants. Sometime I will when I have more time to do that. But at this point, she is my supplier.
There you go.
Probably good to do.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
to have.
For sure. It's nice to someone that calls and said, "There's a bag on the fence. If you grab it now, there's tomatoes in there." Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm looking forward to flowers on Valentine's Day. Love to get that. I know, 5 years ago we had that extreme cold Valentine's Day. That was really hard on those flower
2021,
deliveries.
super good.
Yes.
And I remember doing a lot of stories at that point in time on the poor folks that had to deliver
Mm-hmm.
the flowers because it can get cold. Like last year was 25, I think, and that's okay. You can get the flowers out into a van or a car, get them delivered. But when it was that below zero for the entire day, they were having terrible times getting the flowers out and keeping them warm enough so when you receive your flowers,
You didn't want dead flowers.
exactly,
Yeah.
they still look nice and are going to last a while. So this year looks pretty good.
Or you can get the flowers that last forever. Those Lego flowers.
Right.
I have a couple of bundles of those.
They don't smell quite as good.
No.
but
Once
But
you
they don't
make
longevity.
them, though, do you ever you leave them up or do you take them apart?
I leave them up. I will say they are quite dusty.
Mhm.
I need to figure out how to get the dust
Okay,
off
just
of
wondering.
them. But yeah, they sit in a vase and they look beautiful all the
Regardless
time.
of weather.
Yep.
Yeah.
They will not freeze.
They will not. No, not at all.
Well, all fun things, yeah.
No,
Mhm.
definitely.
Especially the temperatures.
Yep, I was going to say, and it's good throughout the week, all the way through the next 9 days. We're above normal.
All right. Well, Rebecca and Joe, thanks for being on Rise and Night.
Glad we could. Our first appearance.
Yep.
Yes, it's been great. And thanks for joining us. Have a great day today.